Remember that video I made about the woman who criticized all these parasocial online people for telling her that she's not doing enough because she lives in a red state? You remember the other video I made about the white guy who has criticisms for his political party because they spend more time on words than they do action? I want you to know that I agree with both of them because we live in a time where people are very parasocial about the things that they want other people to do. So much so that all last year, if you didn't vote the leftist or third party, you were somehow evil, bigoted, hated all races except for the whites, wanted to see the whites take power in all of society. It never really was a coming together of understanding as much as it was, hey, you're all evil if you don't vote my way, if you don't do the things I want you to do. And spoiler, it didn't work out for these people because they spent more time bitching than they did with a political strategy and making sure that a dead corpse made it all the way at least to August before they finally decided to do something of substantial note. And the only bad thing with that is that old little Kamala wasn't able to become president. And since then, you never really hear too much from Kamala because one would imagine that when you're sitting as a vice president and then you're thrusted into the opposition to the Republican Party in terms of becoming the president, you would think you would have to come up with ideas quick, fast, and steady because you're working with a limited amount of time, and she didn't achieve the goal. And honestly, at that point, what is there for her to do? She's no longer the vice president. I don't know what she's currently doing now in forms of politics because the job was a failure, and it's time to regroup and figure out a way to operate for maybe the next time. And maybe that's what she's doing. But she's also going on book tours and doing book interviews. And for some reason, these same parasocial, bored out of their minds, hoping for a change if they bitch enough people are buying tickets to her events to yell at her about nothing.
Your legacy will always be genocide!
Your legacy is genocide!
War criminal!
You know what? I am not president of the United States. You want to go to the White House and talk to him? Then go on and do that.
And you could sit there and talk about the different things that she was involved in and how she plays a hand and how she's evil and how Biden's evil, even though I think he's dead, even though I haven't seen him anywhere. But my question to those people is, what the fuck is she supposed to do now? I'm sorry, but last I checked, orange guy, Trump, he's the president. If you're going to bitch about what's going on in the world currently, you're going to have to take it up with him. You're going to have to go find a book tour he's at and bitch from miles away because let's be honest, y'all really never going to get close to that dude ever again. After what happened to him, after what happened to Charlie Kirk, it'll be a surprise to me if any like random person gets even 50 feet close to this dude. But you can't spend all this time more angry now at something that woman holds no stock in. She holds no weight in. You could bring up all the policies that she was on the side next to Biden to as he signed on the papers, but her job is done. She's not the president. She ain't the vice president. Your bitching does nothing. And the performative nature of all of this is being recognized by other people, and they're noticing, wait, you motherfuckers have misplaced anger, or you don't know what to actually put forth any energy other than bitching at somebody who's giving you access to them.
I just disrupted Kamala Harris at her book tour. People are in there celebrating her being a war criminal, and it's absolutely abhorrent. She went right-wing on all of her policies. She needs to be held to account for her crimes in Palestine, her crimes here, her crimes are across the world. It's disgusting, and she must be held to account.
Kamala Harris is plagued by individuals with IQs lower than the fucking drinking age. Because the willful ignorance and cognitive dissonance that's required to arrive at the conclusion that the black women have to preface with that because they're fucking racist. The black woman who was in the vice presidency, whose only civic authority was to be the tie-breaking vote in the Senate. Let me repeat that. To be the tie-breaking vote in the Senate, which she only did 33 times over the course of 4 years. 4 years, she only enacted her civic authority 33 times. that that person is somehow responsible for whatever the fuck y'all are trying to say, it's actually insane. Like, it's actually insane that that's the conclusion that you guys are trying to arrive at. It's like, I know that these people are full of shit, because if they actually stood true in that stance, that somehow the vice president had all of this fucking power to be enacting that shit, oh, they would be on JD Vance's ass right now. And where are they at this very moment? Not at any of JD Vance's press conferences. They're at a private fucking book event that you had to pay to be there. So the motherfucker that you're protesting then already got paid. So what the fuck? What the fuck was the plan? What the fuck was the conclusion of this activism if it wasn't fucking performative? Then that begs the question, if they're supposed to be leftists, why do they only ever push conservative fucking rhetoric? Kamala Harris being a cop, conservative talking point. Kamala Harris having no policy when she had 70 fucking pages of policy to read during her campaign, conservative fucking talking point. Kamala Harris being comparable to the fucking supremacists, both sides being the same. Do you know where that talking point originated? 1, 2, 3, by the fucking conservatives. So you pair that with the fact that these individuals literally create safe spaces for anti-blackness, that they can't do the simple shit like pronounce a 6-letter name correctly, when we know that the mispronunciation of black people's names is literally anti-blackness 101, when they allow the most disgusting misogynistic rhetoric to be spewed about Kamala Harris because they have grievances for her, which at the beginning of the video we already acknowledged stems from cognitive dissonance and willful fucking ignorance. Do you know the reason why these leftists do that shit? Is because they're not fucking leftists. They're conservatives at fucking heart.
They just disrupted Kamala Harris at her book tour. People are in there celebrating her being a war criminal, and it's absolutely abhorrent. She went right-wing on all of her policies. She needs to be held to account for her crimes in Palestine, her crimes here, her crimes are across the world. It's disgusting, and she must be held to account.
And now what the fuck is the plan? What's the plan now? Okay, you interrupted her. What's the plan now? What action is coming after this? None. And also, it's so crazy, Renee, you get up here and lie so fucking much while also proving your lack of understanding of how the American government fucking works. Why is it Kamala Harris's legacy and not the president's over the past 70 fucking years? The president's, not the fucking vice president. Because this is also the first year that we've ever held the vice president accountable for the actions and the policies of the fucking president. But it's like, this event was not free. But the White House was right down the fucking street. But I also do want to say this individual, Renee, has created a video before where she says, I'm a narcissist. I just love the attention. I don't care if y'all fuck with me, if y'all hate me. The attention is what she loves. Online TikTok leftist loves attention. Who is shocked?
I find it hilarious that the Never Kamala and the pro-Palestine peoples are currently showing up to Kamala Harris's book tours around the countries to protest about the genocide in Gaza. But y'all motherfuckers made it abundantly clear last motherfucking year, 2024, that you're going to try everything in your fucking power to not have her elected as president of the United States. And now she's a fucking private citizen. What the fuck do you want her to do by showing up to her fucking book tours to protest? Y'all son of bitches have succeeded by electing a third-party candidate like Jill Stein, Marianne Williamson, or any other fucking third-party candidates that has no fucking chance of winning by giving the Orangitos the fucking Oval Office and Congress to Republicans. And now shit doesn't go the way that y'all wanted them to, and you want us all to unite with y'all and hold your hands? Get fucked.
We found one of the protesters at Kamala's event, and surprise, surprise, it's Fannie Lou Scammer herself. Sorry, Renee. Over and over and over again, the same 5 or 6 of these people have created chaos, havoc, pygmies waiting to be picked, tokens waiting to be spent, idiots waiting for common sense. Wisdom is chasing them, but they, my friends, are faster. Yes. This is the same person that went around with another set of creators that wear keffiyehs and claim to be pro-Palestinian, when in all actuality it looks like they're just trying to make money off of the suffering of Palestinians. This is one of them. One of the same people that harassed folks like Tory and Jonty You know what? When we talk about folks Harriet Tubman would have left behind, she's top of the list. A fool with no common sense. And has been blocked for ages. Probably as long as them braids been in. But anyway, I'm glad Auntie Kamala's starting to fight back, because some of you all just want 5 minutes of fame.
So are mad with the current state of America and y'all decided to go protest at a Kamala Harris book signing? Y'all fucking stupid, bro. Dumb as hell. You know, a year ago we had a vote to decide who the fuck the president was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You either had to pick Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. Did not like Kamala Harris, so they picked Donald Trump, and now niggas are reaping what they fucking sow. What the hell did Kamala Harris do to be involved in this situation, bro? She has no power anymore. Y'all hate black women. To even further proof she has no power, y'all remember earlier when Donald Trump took away her Secret Service, you know what I'm saying? Like, she can't be protected by the Secret Service no more. She's literally like not a part of the government any longer, bro. What is protesting Kamala Harris gonna do? Go talk to your fucking president. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be too afraid to talk to the actual president, but want to get random people that has no power, because y'all are weak inside yourselves.
Oh, beat y'all ass.
It's crazy that the party that always be like, oh, fuck the government, we're gonna take down the government, but then when it comes to taking down the actual government, y'all sit there, be quiet, and just let everything do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Y'all are afraid of another man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit crazy as hell on my kids.
Because this shit is just pathetic. This shit is embarrassing. And it's further proof that spending your time bitching instead of, creating a little campaign, political strategy, a way to get people to recognize that, hey, we Democrats are not emotional weirdos. We have policies. It's not working. So please do something different. And I said it, I think, a month ago, and I'm gonna say it again. Politics is boring. The process is boring. And if you have this gripe with former presidents and their policies, guess what? It'll take time to wash that shit away. It's not as easy as you going to Starbucks and bitching from outside and then going home. It's not as easy as you writing on Twitter that all fascists are evil, LOL, hashtag retweet link in bio for that OnlyFans pussy. It's easy to sit there and do that. It's difficult to come up with these ideas, come up with these policies, bring it to Congress, bring it to the Senate, get somebody to sign, get other people to support it, and then get it to the White House to sign, and then see the change steadfast. And I understand that was all difficult for a peewee mind like these parasocial fucks to grasp. But answer me this, parasocial weirdos. How the fuck do you think bitching and then standing outside of the theater or auditorium where you bitched talking about, oh, I just did something courageous, does fucking anything? Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Continue to be a reason why the Republicans are cheering and kicking their feet in the air, celebrating their win, because the more you do it, the more they have a reason to say, hey, vote for us, because over there it's a bunch of fucking weirdos who are going to do nothing but ruin the country. And continue to be performative in your nonsensical bullshit, because, sometimes everybody else needs a laugh. And this could be great for people who actually want to make change on that political Democratic side, because seeing all these fucking losers should inspire you to get away from them and come up with ideas that would actually be substantial for everybody, and not just a motherfucker who spends more time getting nose piercings than doing anything to benefit the world. Subscribe to the channel. I shall see you all in the next one. Mwah! Bye-bye.